What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video, and today I got the best jump shots for each build height. So I'm probably going to give you 2 jump shots per build height, you know, the 2 that I use the most, the 2 that I like the best, and the 2 that I use to shoot on the sticks. Let's see what we shoot this year. I actually haven't even checked this year what my stats are because they're worse than they ever were. Let's see, what do I play the most? I don't even know what I play the most. Stats, I shoot 55 in the city, 56 would be bad, you know what I'm saying, 51 in the rec, 54 in the threes. I haven't played pro and threes in a brick. Pro and threes, I don't even know what build I was, or fives this is, I don't even know what build I was using, but I'm pretty solid shooter, you know what I'm saying. I be josing around too when when you're blowing out a team and whatnot, but that's pretty much yeah, I'm a solid shooter, you know what I'm saying. I know I dribble a lot, but I'm a solid shooter. So drop the 2 best jump shots per build height for you guys, and yeah, get into that after finish off this intro. Verse of the day from John chapter 1 verse 29. It says, "Look, the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world." So yeah, so in context, it was when John saw Jesus, he said, "Look, the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world." Jesus is the only way, you know what I mean. If you're able to do some reflecting and you look at your life and you know that you're living a life that you're not happy about, that you know that you're sinning, that's not according to the book, even if you don't believe in Jesus or in the word or in none of that, you know what I'm saying, which you should. But even if you don't, you know what I'm saying, just if you feel as if you're doing wrong, or if something's not going right in your life, or if you just want to change something, the only way is Jesus. At the end of the day, you can't rely on human help, you know what I'm saying. People can help you, but the ultimate helper, the ultimate provider at the end of the day is God. So the only way to get to God is through Jesus. It's the only way. So at the end of the day, no matter what you're going through, good, bad, poor, rich, happy, sad, mid, whatever it is you got going on, go to Jesus. And that's the only way you're going to feel better. You're only going to feel satisfied through Jesus. Nothing of this world can satisfy you. You know, we all sin, we all will sin, we all have sinned. And the only way we're made right is because of what Jesus did for us. And that's the only way that we can make it through heaven, is by putting our faith in Jesus and continuing to be trying to be as close to Jesus as we can. And that means through our actions, through our faith, through our thoughts, and through everything. You know what I mean? So just go to Jesus. If you aren't, read the word, read about Jesus, learn about Jesus in some way, shape, or form. And I promise you, life will feel better for you. I promise you. But yeah, let's get into these jump shots. So the first one is, I'm on the wrong build. The first one is my favorite one. Where am I at? I use 3. Okay, the first one is Kevin Porter Jr. base, Oscar Robertson, and Anthony Simons on 3/4 speed, 64% Oscar, and on push. So I use stick shooting, so I know the stats don't look that good. It don't got a bunch of A+, it's only release speed, but I like Kevin Porter Jr. That's my favorite base this year, and this is the one jump shot I've been using since I hit starter 4. Yeah, you need to be starter 4 for Kevin Porter Jr. base. If you're not starter 4, I don't know which one of these jump shots you can even put on. I would put on Cam Thomas base. I like his base. But hey, you need an 86 and under 6'5" for Kevin Porter Jr. or for this jump shot. Yeah, that's my favorite one, and I use that on all my small guards. Any build under 6'4" I use, except for my new build, and that's going to be jump shot number 2. Last year I was not a fan of Patty Mills, so I never used Patty this whole year until I made this build 2 weeks ago. So I just started using Patty with this build. So the best Patty Mills jump shot, which is going to be jump shot number 2, is going to be Patty Mills, Oscar, and Beluba. Beluba has a chicken upper release this year. So if you're testing out jumpers, you don't like none of these, or you want to change something, Beluba is going to be in a lot of the releases I got, and Oscar. I like the combination of Oscar and Beluba. You're going to see one or the other on here, mainly Oscar, and you're going to see Beluba as well. But yeah, Patty Mills, Oscar, Beluba, 53% Oscar on 3/4 speed, which you're going to see in everything, and on push. Those 3/4 speed is just going to help you time your jump shot more. Too much speed for some reason, well, right away, if I put the speed up, you see the stability goes down. Put the speed down. Dang, I cannot speed. Put the speed down, stability goes up. Why is that so hard to say? But 3/4 speed is the most comfortable and it's the most consistent you can get without being too slow by putting it down any lower. And this is just too fast, and for some reason, even if you can time it, it's just more inconsistent, just naturally how the game works for some reason. But yeah, those are for your 6'4" and unders, your 5'9" through 6'4". Now getting into the 6'5" through 6'9". So I have a few of these builds, and let's get into the first one. It's season 6, so I think it's only right to talk about the new base that we got, which is T-Mac. T-Mac last year was one of the best bases, and even this year it already seems like that's going to be the case. So we're going to go T-Mac, Oscar. Like I said, you're going to see Oscar everywhere, and KCP, and that's going to be on push, 3/4 speed, 58% KCP. So now Oscar's a little slow, so if you did more Oscar, I just want that little bit of release height or release speed. I forget which percent. Oh, 50. Where'd I have it at? I don't remember. Revert. Oh, 58 and 42. Yeah, so a little bit more towards KCP. You see the stats at the bottom. You only need an 84, so this one's not too bad, especially for 6'5" to 6'9". There's too many numbers I'm forgetting, but yeah, that's best jump shot for season 6 for tall guards and tall locks. You know what I'm saying? If you can get the 84, get the 84. T-Mac base helps you shoot over because it has a high release. He jumps pretty high and it's gonna have high release, especially if you pair it with Oscar. And then release 2 is just for speed because I had it on Beluba, but it was too slow, so I had to get some more speed. I chose KCP because I like his release as well. And then whenever this video is dropping, before season 6 started, this is what I was using. MPJ, same thing, has a high release height. Oscar and Beluba, like I said, you're going to see the Oscar and Beluba mix a lot. 61% Oscar and right on push, 3/4 speed, you know the deal. You see it's all A's except the release speed is an A+, but this one's a little bit higher. You need a 91. This jump shot's pure chicken as well, but like I said, you need the 91. I know a lot of people don't have that high, especially on the 6'5" to 6'9". You're probably not going to have that high. That just is what it is. But moving on to your 6'10 plus, I have 2 of those right now as we speak. I'm working on making a 6'10, I think. I don't know. I'm thinking about making a 6'10. But this is the jump shot I'm using for footers with 6'10 up. You usually either have a 6'10 or a footer, so that's why I'm just going to say footer. But yeah, I made a few jump shots with this one, but this is one I'm using Jonathan Isaac, LaMarcus Aldridge, and GG Jackson on 69% GG, 3/4 speed, and on push. Release height A+. If you're a footer and you get an A+ release height, you can take whatever shot you want, no matter how contested it is. As long as they don't jump, it's going to register as open or wide open because you're just shooting over people. The way the contest system works, it matters where the defender is, like where their hand placement is towards the ball. So if the ball is too high and they're not close to the ball, it's just not going to count. That's just how the game was originally made in the beginning of September. Then they changed it a little bit, so it's a little bit different. If somebody jumps at you, it more so determines, like, if they just jump, that's going to determine the weight. But pretty much you can just shoot over anybody, I'm not going to lie. And then before that, I was using this one. Yeah, this one's a little weird. It's not a high release height, but this one's pure chicken. Like, I don't know why, but this one is pure chicken. But you can't really shoot over like that because it doesn't have it as high of a release height. So it's the White Pal base, Mike Musala, and MPJ on 54% Mike Musala on 3/4 speed and on push. Like I said, everything's 3/4 speed and on push. But yeah, though this one's weird. It has a weird release point. But once you time it, once you get it down, I use stick shooting, by the way, for all these. So I use stick shooting. But once you get the feeling of it, like, you really just don't miss with this one. But I switched to this one because I just wanted to shoot over. This one was filth. Don't use that. I don't know, Chris Bosh this year. I rocked with Chris Bosh last year, but this year it just wasn't good. But yeah, those are the 2 best ones you can get. Don't use those other ones I just scrolled through. I was just trying to see. But yeah, that's pretty much the best jump shots you can use for each build. If you guys want more jump shots, or you need a lower rating, higher rating, different height, speed, whatever you want, drop it down in the comments and I'll get to it. But until then, I'll catch y'all in the next one.